I am Bhaskar, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics, Sai Vidya Institute of Technology. In today's class, we are going to see Gauss-Seidel method for a system of linear equations. We are going to see Gauss-Seidel method, Gauss-Seidel method to solve system of linear equations. To solve system of linear equations. Gauss-Seidel method to solve system of linear equations. Right. What that system of linear equations means? When you can apply this Gauss-Seidel method? Already we have done Gauss elimination method, Gauss-Jordan method. When we can apply Gauss-Seidel method means, if the given system of equations, we apply this method. If the given system of equations are diagonally dominant. The given system of equations are diagonally dominant, then we can apply this method. What is diagonally dominant? Means we apply this method if the given system of equations are diagonally dominant. What is meant by diagonally dominant? While solving the problem, I will explain to you. Right. So one problem I will take. Right. 20x plus y minus 2z equal to 17. 3x plus 20y minus z equal to minus 18. Next 2x minus 3y plus 20z equal to 25. 2x minus 3y plus 20z equal to 25. Here, how do you check the given system of equations is diagonally dominant means? We can take here, for example, first equation you can take. If you take the first equation, how can I say that? First element should be that here 20. So first equation means you can see first element should be 20. If you will add this, the another two elements should be put that 1 modulus of 1 modulus of minus 2. Both you can add. If you will add, the 20 is greater than 3. If you will add the sum of other two elements other than the what is that x coefficient, if you will add means should be here which is greater. 20 is greater than the sum of other two elements. Then I can say that this equation is diagonally dominant. Similarly, you can take the second equation. Here y coefficient should be 20 is there. You can add x coefficient and z coefficient. If you will add x coefficient, z coefficient, if it is negative is also there, just you can take modulus and you can add it. So you will take that one. So you will get 3 plus 1 should be 4. So it is greater than what is that? 20 is greater than what is that? 4. So like that you can check the sum of other two elements we can do, and we can take the sum of other two elements we can do means it should be greater than the diagonal element. Then we can say that the system of equations is diagonally dominant. Yes, say x coefficient should be greater than the sum of other two elements. Here in the second equation, if you come, y coefficient should be greater than the sum of other two elements. Then here in third equation, z coefficient should be for the 20. It is greater than the sum of other two elements. So now this system of equations is diagonally dominant. Once the equation is diagonally dominant, then I can take directly in the following way. So first I can take 20x equal to, I can simplify like this, solution 20x plus y minus 2z equal to 17 is that. This equation how can I write means, first I will keep x term here, remaining are all I will send this side. The time I will write 1 by 20 into 17 minus y plus 2z I will write. This is that x value. Then similarly, second equation 3x plus 20y minus z equal to minus 18. This I'll write y equal to 1 by 20 into minus 18 plus z minus 3x plus z minus 3x. Next one should be I can take 2x minus 3y plus 20z equal to 25. This equation I can write. So we can take to that side. You will get z equal to 1 by 20 into 1 by 20. Z term I am keeping this side. 1 by 20 into 25 minus 2x plus 3y I can write. 25 minus 2x plus 3y. Now, this is that equations from diagonally dominant element here x. So that's the way x equation I brought it. The diagonally dominant is nothing but y element. So from this y equation I brought it. So here diagonally dominant is nothing but z. From this I brought it the z equation. Now initially I will take it as x of 0 equal to 0, y of 0 equal to 0, z of 0 equal to 0 I will take. Now here I will take x1 equal to, first I will write x1 equal to, what is that, 1 by 20 into 17 minus y naught plus 2 into z naught I will write. So that is, what is that one? We know that 1 by 20 into 17 minus y naught is 0 plus 2 into z naught is 0. So we can write 17 divided by 20. 17 divided by 20, I can write it as 0.85 I can write. Similarly, the new value I got it. X1 is nothing but 0.85. Now, while writing y1 is nothing but 1 by 20 into minus 18 plus this one I can write z of 0. New value I got it, x value. That one should be, I'll write it as 3 into x1, x of 1. 3x1 I can write. Now, I'll write 1 by 20 into minus 18 plus z of 1 should be, what is the z of 0? Not 1, this is 0. Z of 0 should be 0 minus 3 into x1. What is that? X of 1 should be 3 into 0.85. Now, if you simplify, you will get 1 by 20 minus 18 plus 0 minus 3 into 0.85. You can simplify this, multiply this and you divide it. So if we divide this, you will get minus 1.0275 you will get. Like similarly, z of 1 equal to 1 by 20 into 25 minus 2 into x of 1 plus 3 into y of 1. So that equal to 1 by 20 into 25 minus 2 into x of 1. The value of x of 1 should be 0.85 plus 3 into y of 1 should be minus 1.0275. Now we will get z of 1 equal to, you can simplify 25 minus 2 into 0.85 plus 3 into minus 1.0275. Using calculator, you can simplify. You will get 1.0109 you will get. This is z of 1 value. Similarly, see, we can go for the next iteration. That is nothing but second iteration we'll call x of 2. X of 2 equal to, that equation we know that. What that equation should be? 1 by 20 into, what is that? We know that 17 minus, here I'll write y of 1 plus 2 into z of 1. 17 minus y of 1 plus 2 into z of 1. So what is that y of 1? We know that. So I'll write here 1 by 20 into 17 minus y of 1. The value of y of 1 should be minus 1.0275. This is y of 1 plus 2 into z of 1 is nothing but 1.0109. Now if I'll simplify this, we'll get x of 2 equal to, we'll get 1.0025. 1.0025. Next, similarly, we'll get y of 2 equal to 1 by 20 into, we know that 1 by 20 into minus 18 plus z minus 3x. Here I'll write This is z of 1, this is x of 2. Now I'll write 1 by 20 into minus 18 plus z of 1. What is the value of z of 1 should be? We know that z of 1 value should be 1.0109, 1.0109 minus 3 into x of 2. X of 2 should be 1.0025. We'll simplify this. You will get y of 2 equal to, just simplify this using calculator. We will get minus 0.998. We will get 998. We will get. Similarly, z of 2 equal to new values, whatever the values we will get, that values we are substituting here. Similarly, z of 2 equal to 25 minus 2x of 2 plus 3y of 2, 3y of 2. Now we will get, so 1 by 20 into 25 minus 2 into x of 2 is 1.0025 minus 1.0025 plus 3 into minus 0.998. 0.998. So now you will get z of 2 equal to, how much you will get? Z of 2 equal to, we'll simplify this using calculator. You will get z of 2 is 0.998 we will get. Similarly, next iteration, this is, I will take iteration 2. Iteration 2. I will take, next one should be iteration 3. Iteration 3. What is that? Iteration 3 is nothing but x of 3 equal to 1 by 20 into 17 minus y of 2 plus 2 into z of 2. Now 1 by 20 into, what is the 17 minus y of 2 is nothing but minus 0.998. That is nothing but y of 2 plus 2 into z of 2. 2 into z of 2 is nothing but 0.998. Now we'll get x of 3 equal to, so what is the value of x of 3? We'll simplify this, 17 minus of minus 0.998 plus 2 into 0.998. We'll get x of 3 is 0.497 you will get. So if you, this is, this one should be x of 3. Next, y of 3 equal to 1 by 20 into minus 18 plus z of 2 minus 3 into new value x of 3 I'll take. In second iteration, how I have done, the same way only I'll continue. So now 1 by 20 into minus 18 plus z of 2 is nothing but 0.998 minus 3 into x of 3. X of 3 is 1.0025. Now we'll get y of 3 equal to, y of 3 is nothing but, we'll simplify this, we'll get minus 1.000 4 zeros or 5 zeros, 5 you will get. I think 4 zeros, 5 you will get. So this is y of 3. Next, similarly, z of 3 equal to 1 by 20 into 25 minus 2x of 3 plus 3y of 3. 3y of 3. So that equal to, we will write 1 by 20 into 25 minus 2 into x of 3. X of 3 should be 0.997. Next one should be plus 3 into y of 3 is nothing but minus 1.000 you will get. So this one should be z of 3. So z of 3 equal to, if you simplify this, you will get z of 3 equal to, you will get 1.000 or 4 zeros. You can see here. So we are getting approximately, you can check by using the calculator also. It is nearer to C. It is approximately, I can write this x of 3. Approximately, I can write it as 1. Remaining should be minus 1.4 zeros or 5 zeros, 1. I can write it as approximately as minus 1. And this one should be approximately z of 3. I can write it as 1. Now I can take that x equal to 1, y equal to minus 1, z equal to 1 is the required solution for the given system of equations. If we'll go for next iteration also, we'll get same only because here 0.998, it is nearing to 1. Here also minus 0.9998, it is nearer to 1. 1.0025, it is nearer to 1. Actually, 4 iterations you have to go. But here, we are stopping up to here only in 3 iterations, because you'll check the equations before starting equations. You will see that the solution should be, you will get 1 minus 1, 1 you will get. So if you simplify also the equation, you will get the solution should be 1 minus 1, 1 only you will get. So that's the way I'm stopping the process up to here. If it will not come to that exact, so then we can go for next iteration also sometimes. So it is preferably we'll go for 4 iterations, but here we are stopping up to here. So whatever the calculated solutions we are nearing here only, so that's why we are stopping. Or otherwise you can check previous iteration values with this existing iteration values. Almost it is nearer to that values. That's the way I'm stopping this program. Right. Next question have been taken. Solve the following system of equations by using Gauss-Seidel method. Gauss-Seidel method means you know that already whenever Gauss-Seidel comes, if the system of equation should be diagonally dominant, then that time only we can apply the Gauss-Seidel method. Here we can see x plus y plus 54z equal to 110 is one equation. 27x plus 6y minus z equal to 85 is the another equation. 6x plus 15y plus 2z equal to 72 is the another equation. How do you see whether we have to check whether the given system of equations are diagonally dominant or not? We have to check. So how do you check this are all means? You can check first. So already I told that. So if you add that first equation, you can see here first equation x plus y, 54z is the which coefficient should be greater here? 54. If you add 1 plus 1 should be 2. 54 is greater than this one. Here z coefficient is greater. That means I take this equation as equation number 3. Here if you'll see here 27x plus 6y minus z is there. If you'll add this 6 plus 1 should be 7. So now 27 is greater than this 7. I think you understood. Next one should be here x coefficient should be greater. This equation I will take it as equation 1. Next here 6x plus 15y plus 2z equal to 72 is there. So here which equation should be greater means the which value, which variable is means 15 should be the greater. If we'll add 6 plus 2, what is that 6 plus 2? 8. So here 15 is greater than 8. So then I can say that this equation I will consider as equation number 2. So I will write rearranging the system of equations. Rearranging the system of equations. If you will rearrange the system of equations, 27x plus 6y minus z equal to 85. Next, another one should be 6x plus 15y plus 2z equal to 72. Another one should be x plus y plus 54 z equal to 110. These are the 3 equations. Here, which one should be first equation means first variable should be diagonally dominant. Here, see you can see now this one should be the greater than the sum of other 2 elements, and here second element should be greater than the sum of other 2 elements, and the third element here 54z is so that 54 is greater than the sum of other 2 elements. Now I can arrange these equations. What is that? X equal to some y variable, z variable, and some constant on. Similarly, y and z equations also I will arrange it. Now in the first equation, from in this equation, I can write x equal to 85, sorry, 1 by 27 into 1 by 27 into 85 minus 6y plus z. This is x. Similarly, from in this equation, I can arrange this y equal to 1 by 15 into y equal to 1 by 15 into 72 minus 6x minus 2z. This is y. Similarly, next equation should be z equal to 1 by 54 into 110 minus 6 minus y. 110 minus 6 minus y. This is one should be x, another should be y, another should be z. So now I'll write first iteration 1. Iteration 1, we can take x of 1 equal to 1 by 27 into 85 minus first iteration means you will take x of 0 equal to y of 0 equal to z of 0 equal to 0. 85 minus 6 into y of 0 plus z of 0 I will write. Now I'll write 1 by 27 into 85 minus x of 0 is 0 plus 0. Now we will write 85 divided by 27. 85 divided by 27 is nothing but 3.14815. Similarly, y of 1, in y of 1, I will use the new value of x. 1 by 15 into 72 minus 6 into x of 1 minus 2 into z of 0. So that equal to 1 by 15 into, I'll write 72 minus 6 into x of 1. X of 1 should be 3.14815 minus 2 into z of 0, 2 into 0. So you will get, if you will simplify this, you will get y of 1 equal to 3.5407. 5407. Next one should be z of 1 equal to 1 by 54 into 110 minus x of 1 minus y of 1. What you will get? 1 by 54 into 110 minus x of 1. X of 1 should be 3.14815 minus y of 1 should be 3.5407. We'll simplify this 100 using calculator. You will get 1.9131 you will get. So this is iteration 1. Similarly, I can go for iteration 2. If you want in the starting only, you can check these equations. You can put in the calculator and you can write it the values of x, y, z side. Then you can nearer to that values will come. You can stop that values. You can stop the iterations. Or otherwise, we can check this iteration with previous iterations. Both will coincide. Then we can stop the process. In 2 ways we can do. Any way if you do also, no problem. Next one should be iteration 2. Next, iteration 2. Iteration 2. Now I'll write x of 2 equal to. Already I told that x of 2 is nothing but 1 by 27 into, what is that, 85 minus 6 into y of 1 plus z of 1. Or z of 1 minus 6 into y of 1 also we can write. So you will get, if you will substitute this, you will get 1 by 27 into 85 minus 6 into y of 1. Y of 1 should be 3.5407 plus z of 1 is nothing but 1.9131. Now you will write x of 2 equal to 2.4321. 2.4321. Next, similarly, y of 2 equal to, what is that? Y of 2 is nothing but, right, 1 by 15 into, what is that, 72 minus 6 into x of 2, 6x of 2 minus 2 into z of 1. So that equal to, we'll write 1 by 15 into 72 minus 6 into x of 2 value. New value we have to substitute. X of 2 is nothing but 2.4321 minus 2 into z of 1. The value of z of 1 should be 1.9131. Now we'll get the y of 2 value should be, the value of y of 2 is 3.5720. 3.5720. Next, z of 2 equal to, what is that? Z of 2 is nothing but 1 by 54 into 110 minus x of 2 minus y of 2. So here x of 2, y of 2 values before only I found out that values I will substitute. So now 1 by 54 into 110 minus x of 2 value should be 2.4321 minus y of 2 value should be 3.5720. Now if you simplify this, z of 2 equal to, we will get the value of z of 2 is 1.91317. This is the value of z of 2. Similarly, we can go for, see here if you see these values and previous values are not matching nearly also. The 3.14815 is there. Next value if you will see 2.4321 is there. It is not matching at all. So that's the way I will go for next iteration. Even you have done with calculator means we can check with that also. Iteration 3. In iteration 3, x of 3 equal to 1 by 27 into 85 minus 6 into y of 2 plus z of 2. 6 into y of 2 plus z of 2. Now I will write 1 by 27 into 85 minus 6 into y of 2. The value of y of 2 should be 3.5720. 3.5720 plus z of 2 is nothing but 1.91317. Now we will write x of 3 equal to, if we will simplify this, 85 minus 6 into 3.5720, 1.91317. So we will get x of 3 equal to 2.4256. Next, another one I will take y of 3 equal to 1 by 15 into 72 minus 6 into x of 3 minus 2 into z of 2. So now I will write 1 by 15 into 72 minus 6 into x of 3 is nothing but 2.4256 minus 2 into z of 2 is nothing but 1.91317. To simplify this, we will get y of 3 equal to, to simplify using that, so you will get, so use the calculator and you can simplify. So you will get y of 3 equal to 3.5729 you will get. Similarly, z of 3. So z of 3 is nothing but 1 by 54 into 110 minus x of 3 minus y of 3. What is that? 1 by 54 into 110 minus x of 3. The value of x of 3 is 2.4256 minus y of 3 is nothing but 3.5729. We'll simplify this. You will get z of 3 equal to, you can use the in calculator and you can simplify. We'll get 1.9259. Here see all the values are varying. Here 1.9259 is there, z value, here 1.91 is there. Here 3.5720 is there, here 2.5729. Here 2.4321 is there, here 2.4256. Only decimal after only one number only is coming same. Remaining numbers are not at all coming same. So that's the way I can go for next iteration. So I'll go for the iteration number 4. What is that iteration 4? Same way we can go for, why you are going for iteration 4 means x2 iteration 2 values and iteration 3 values are not matching. If you have done in calculator also you can verify it. At least 3 digits if it will match means we can stop the process. But here not matching, that's the way I can go for the 4th iteration. Now iteration 4. Iteration 4. In iteration 4 I can write x of 4 equal to 1 by 27 into 85 minus 6 into y of 3 minus, plus z of 3. Now we can write, so 1 by 27 into 85 minus 6 into y of 3. The value of y of 3 is nothing but 3.5729 plus z of 3. Z of 3 is nothing but 1.9259. Now if you take this, x of 4 equal to, x of 4 is nothing but if you simplify this, you will get x of 4 should be 2.4254. Next, x of 4 afterwards, y of 4. So what is that? Y of 4 is nothing but 1 by 15 into 72 minus 6 into x of 4 minus 2 into z of 3. 2 into z of 3. So now I'll write this one only. 1 by 15 into, you can write 72 minus 6 into, this one should be 2.4254 minus 2 into z of 3. So what is the z of 3 value? 1.9259. 9259. If you'll simplify this, y of 4 equal to, I'll get in the form of 3.5730. Next, z of 4 equal to, we'll take 1 by 54 into 110 minus x of 4 minus y of 4. We'll take, so 1 by 54 into 110 minus x of 4 is 2.4254 minus y of 4 is 3.5730. Now we'll take z of 4 equal to, if you simplify this using calculator, we will get 1.9259. Now we can check these values with previous values, at least nearer to 3 decimals it is matching. We'll see 1.9259 is z of 3 and z of 4 should be same. Next you can see 3.5729 is y of 3. What is y of 4 is 3.5730. That means 2930, 1 decimal it is increasing. If you'll see x of 3 and x of 4, x of 3 should be 2.4256. Here x of 4 should be 2.4254. Almost it is matching to up to 5 decimal places. Now I can write x equal to 2.4254, y equal to 3.5730, z equal to 1.9259, which is the required solutions for the given equation. So diagonally dominant means what is that? So we can check that. So coefficients of x should be at that is greater than the sum of other two elements. Like that, coefficient of y should be greater than the sum of other two elements. Coefficient of z should be greater than the sum of other two elements. Like that, you can check and we can write it in that systematic way of that equations, and we can substitute initially x naught, y naught, z naught values, and we have to simplify up to 3 to 4 iterations. We will get the solutions. We can check these solutions using calculator also. That's all this Gauss-Seidel method.